welcome back to Girl It's Glitter. I am Glitter. Okay, let's get into it. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling a little low right now, and when I say a little, I mean like this much. But you guys like my hoodie? Anyways, and I felt myself like spiraling. I felt myself wanting to go back to old habits and old patterns that don't serve me anymore, that I've already let go of because it doesn't match my new identity and the life that I'm stepping into, and etc. etc. But there was still a part of me that was like, I don't care. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna, like, who cares? This is what I want right now. And I had to like pause and ground myself for a second, because literally for a moment there, internally, it felt like a child screaming, throwing a tantrum, and I was about to give in. And was like, you know what, anything so this child kind of stops screaming, calms down, whatever it needs. But sometimes that's not healthy for us. Sometimes that's not actually the proper solution. And it's not about stopping the tantrum. It's about understanding it and soothing it. And soothing it in a healthy, loving way, and not in a way that self-sabotages you or pulls you back to, your old habits, like I said, or your old patterns. And that takes awareness, that takes strength, that takes determination, that takes commitment to who you want to be. And literally, I was just on the verge of giving up. And saying, whatever, all the effort that I just invested in something, I'm just gonna throw it out the window. I don't care, because it felt like this moment is bigger than anything and everything. And that's not true. This moment is just a passing moment. This moment is just temporary. And I know that tomorrow, if I woke up and I, listened to that urge, listened to that feeling, and did self-sabotage, that I was gonna feel way worse than how I'm feeling right now. And I was like, you know what? I need to transmute this energy, and I need to create a video right now. Because if you're out there and if this reaches you, and sometimes you find yourself fighting yourself, literally, the old you, new you, or like, the unhealed version of yourself versus the healed version of yourself, or whatever, lower self, higher self, and you just need some grounding. I hope this video reaches you at the right time. I hope you remember who you truly are, and not who you are when you're hurt, not who you are when you're overwhelmed, not who you are when you're tired, not who you are when you want to go numb and shut down everything, not who you are when you're scared, not who you are when you're just done with life. Because we all have that version of ourselves, right? And it's not always the prettiest, and it doesn't always represent who we truly are and what we truly stand for. And so let the emotions pass, try to listen to that child that's throwing a tantrum and see, what do they really want? What are they really seeking? And what are they really needing in that moment? And give it to them. But give it to them in a way that doesn't self-sabotage, doesn't hurt, who you're meant to become. And yeah, literally, I was losing my mind 5 minutes ago. Not even 4 minutes ago. Literally losing my mind. But it was awareness, alhamdulillah, and it was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that kind of brought me back to the moment and to the present and made me see the bigger picture of what's currently happening right now. Sometimes we have intense emotions. I know I have intense emotions, literally so intense that sometimes they don't even need to be that intense. Sometimes they don't need to be that intense. But you know what? That's one thing that I love about myself, is that I intensely feel things. And because I intensely feel things, I know that I will intensely do great things when it's on the positive side. And, things that I'm passionate about. So, yeah. Anyways, so yeah. Go drink a cup of water, go wash your face, go on a walk, If you're Muslim, put on some Quran and listen to something that's soothing. Write in your journal. Do something. Do anything that will help, except the thing that, that will self-sabotage your progress. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. And obviously it's easier said than done, but long term, when the day passes and when the moment passes, you look back and you'll be glad that you did what's good for you, regardless of how you felt. And that takes strength. And then you're gonna be like, yeah, exactly, I can do hard things no matter how I'm feeling. And I'm in control of my life, and I'm in control of my decisions, not my emotions. Because we never want our emotions to be the one, driving the wheel. Emotions can sit in the back seat. Like I said, kind of like a child, and sometimes they'll be screaming, yelling, and it will affect your driving a little bit, but never let them take the wheel and literally drive the vehicle. That's not safe. And it will never take you to where you want to go. Yeah, I hope you're catching up on what I'm trying to say and what I'm sharing. And I truly hope that this video reaches you whenever you need it. Because sometimes when we're going through it, we don't feel like talking to others. We don't feel like reaching out. We don't feel like sharing our struggles and sharing our weaknesses, and we'd rather just deal with it on our own and, isolate ourselves. And so hopefully this video pops up. You feel like we're on FaceTime right now and we're talking to each other and we're relating to each other. And just a reminder that you're not alone. And yeah. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and comment in the comments down below about what helps ground you, what helps you come back to the moment. All right. Love you. We'll talk soon. Bye.